Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Alright, give me a second. Hi. Hi, Malu. Hi, Slav Kitsune. Alright, give me a second to drink. Alright, here we go. Here we go. So. Tonight, we are going to read the Theorising of Umineko. The Reserves arc? What are you talking about? Give me a second to start the game. It's taking a bit. I did not see push-ups at all, Slav. And I know it does some as a reward, but I've not seen them at all. I have no point to make you drink. That's a lot of drinking. That is a lot of drinking. Please do not make me drink that much. You can die. Send it on my Discord, Slav. I'll watch it later. Not on stream, though. Okay. So, all we have left is the episode 2 and episode Tea Party and the one with the witch. And I think before we do that, right, I want to address something really quick. Okay? Okay. Give me a second. Alright. So, considering all of this, right, I want to address it. Oh yeah, no, I do remember. You did ping me, Slav. Yeah, it was peak. Regarding all of this, right, which I think is important to address, all of this, I had an idea, right, because I was stuck. I was completely stuck thinking about this, and I kept thinking, you know, chessboard thinking, if I was a murderer and I was in this situation, what would I do? But with the Readthrough locking in so many possibilities, I feel like it's wrong. It's not a right way to do this. I did not reach a conclusion yet. Like, I think I should not think like that. Like, I feel like chessboard thinking, he's not doing it fully. Butler is not doing it fully. He's thinking, like, oh, the murderer would do a closed room. But, like, he's forgetting the simple fact that his opponent is doing its best to make it seem like a witch did it. So he's gotta think like a witch, fully, and try and figure out a magic trick that could accomplish what is happening, right? A magic trick that does fulfill the conditions given by the Readthrough. And then, from that, figure out a possible physical, you know, method of reproducing that, right? Like, for example, you could say, maybe it's, you know, a duplicate, right? Summon a duplicate inside the room, the duplicate does everything. Dispel the duplicate. That would solve it. That's like one method. And with that way, you would be able to, what's the word? Find out that it would, you know, require putting someone else inside the room or something else. Like, being silly, right? If they've trained an animal to do something like this, right? To use a gun or whatever, it gets silly, right? But it is a much better way to figure out things. In my opinion, right? I'll reach a semi-conclusion because I do not believe anything yet. I've not reached any conclusion yet. I've not figured out anything whatsoever. I feel like the culprit is probably Beatrice, right? The Beatrice that we know and love, accompanied by Rosa as an accomplice. To some degree, Rosa is an accomplice. I do not know to what degree. Maybe Rosa is an unwitting accomplice. Like, Rosa has been told to do certain things by force or whatever, we gotta not forget about that very early scene in episode 2, where everyone is in the chapel, including Rosa. They all venerate the witch, and then all of them die except Rosa, right? So either that's a red herring, or that's a proof that Rosa was like compelled to do something, or told to do something. Which I think is a big help to everything that's going on, right? Maybe they told Rosa, suspect anyone but Beatrice. And that threw everything off. But I do think Rosa is an accomplice to some degree. I think the servants are innocent. I think Kinzo is innocent. I think Butler and the kids are innocent. It's just gotta be, you know. You know. Alright. Let's get into it. I just do not know how they did it. Purgatory. Why is it spelled like this? Did I put my game in weird language? Rosa awoke from her doze. It must have been a very deep sleep. Her mind was hazy, and she wasn't thinking clearly. Where is this? It felt like some mansion, but it didn't seem to be the Ushiramiya mansion. She could see a room that looked like a parlor, and there was some tea that had been prepared. That probably been made for her. Around the room, some glitter that looked like gold leaf drifted about, making the scene look quite fantastical. When she eventually realized that there were gold butterflies, it further strengthened that impression. Hi, Beatrice. There was someone across from her. A woman. A lady. It was a portraits. Right, we get to see everything except Butler. What? Why not Butler? Okay, so let's read. Let's read the diaries of like everyone else who died during that last moment. Maria. She learned that her mother still truly loved her. At least for now, she is satisfied. Cute. In the Golden Land, she finally found a treasure more precious than gold. However, it only lasted a brief time. Because of a fool, she was forced to once again lose what she had finally found. Afterwards, she was shooed into a pulp by demons and went to hell. Because of a fool? Oh, because of Butler! She was sent to hell, like the others. Oh, okay. I see. What about Kinzo? Yeah, the magic was wasted once again, and so he was probably happy. After all, he managed to be reunited with the Golden Witch, if only for a brief time. Afterwards, he was crushed to bits and eaten by demons and went to hell. And Genji, here we go. Selfless furniture seeks nothing but repose in the Golden Land. However, since the fool obstinately rejects the Golden Land, it seems his time of repose is unlikely to come soon. Afterwards, he was torn to pieces and eaten by demons and went to hell. We already read this one, yeah. Over your head. You're a married man now? Wait, you got married? Congratulations, goddamn. Bravo. But yeah, they've all been, like, murdered quite violently. I would say this is quite violent of a death. I don't think there's gonna be any riddle being solved until a long time. Like, I don't think the riddle will ever be solved until, like, episode 8. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, it was a portraits. Witch. Right, Rosa died fleeing. She didn't see the witch. Everyone else did see Beatrice. But not Rosa. She seemed to be having a one-sided conversation. Oh, to Tenchi on stream. I see. Damn, that's sad. I mean, Tenchi is cool. No, Tenchi isn't cool. That's... The sad part is not getting married to a fictional character, it's that it's Tenchi. I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry. Of all characters. She was probably talking to Rosa. But Rosa, whose mind was clouded up by a deep fog, didn't have a clue what was being said. Choose whatever you please. If there is anything you want, I'll give it all to you. You can think of it as a reward for your good luck, or else as proper compensation for all you've answered to my demands. I knew it! I knew it! It may have been a truly trivial matter from your perspective. However, the deal was important enough for me to be deserving of this reward. She did something. I don't know what she did, but she did something. What is she talking about? I don't know. I don't know. It's just that I am very much a witch. You best ask for something only a witch can give you. Beatrice's dress is cool, yeah. It looks good. What a rare chance this is. To actually receive the favor of Beatrice the Golden. Me. Cackle, cackle. Finally, Rosa started to feel the blood flowing through her body. Her movements were still sluggish, and she couldn't even voice the words she was thinking. I am commonly called the Golden Witch. Bestowing a mountain of gold, like the one I gave Kinzo, it's trivial to me. After all, you can measure all the pleasures of the human world with money. Therefore, gold is no more or less than the manifestation of the human world's pleasures. Can you imagine it? A mountain of gold that you couldn't use up as long as you live. As the witch blew on her pipe, multicolored smoke enshrouded the surroundings. Yeah, isn't like the amount of gold she gave Kinzo like actually insane? I think it was like 1% of the total gold reserve of the world. Or something silly like that. She gave Kinzo a ton of gold. Was it a ton or like 10 tons? I don't remember. As she did this, the entire of the powder was suddenly filled with stacks of gold ingots. It looked like a shining gold-colored wall. If each ingot was worth several 10 million yen, how much would all of this be worth? We can ping this death. They did not... Okay, they're all dead. She's dead already. Like, Rosa's dead right now. It seems sinful to even think of such a number. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. However, the human world is difficult. I know there are some things that cannot be settled, no matter how high into the sky you pile up gold. I would ask her to revive me. If I'm being honest. I know there are crafts that cannot be filled. I won't make light of that, which is why this is a gift that only a witch such as I can give. I would not accept any gift from her, to be honest. Why don't I fill those cracks in for you? Yes, so about this, it's something only I can give. You should be very happy. No need to thank me out loud. Give me a second. Give me a second to do something. Here we go. Sorry. I can tell right away. It's written on your face and in the corners of your heart, cackle, cackle. Rosa felt a touch of discomfort at this witch, who kept on talking even though Rosa hadn't uttered a single word. But since she still couldn't manage to speak, it was so helpless that it was difficult to even move a finger. She couldn't do anything but listen. How far must the deep wounds in your heart recede before they can be healed? This is deep. Quite deep indeed. Sometimes wounds close up while a fragment of foreign matter remains inside. Even when such wounds appear to have healed, they continue to throb for all eternity. Sometimes you have to open the wound once more in order to heal it completely. As the witch spoke, she stared deep into Rosa's eyes. What in the world was she peering at? Rosa felt uncomfortable, that she couldn't look away. So, your pain was already fated by the time of your birth. Oh, heartbreaking. Right, she's the last in the family, right? Right. I remember something like this, right? She is, yeah, 5th. She's the last one. So she is completely useless in the family ranking. Alright, good to know. Good to remember, even. You don't have to say it. I understand. I understand. Rosa was gradually being sucked into the witch's eyes. Then, the world grew dark, spinning round and round as she was sucked in. What is going on, though? What is she offering to Rosa? What could she have offered to Rosa? What? Rosa. Rosa. Why are you such an idiot? Oh, that's Cross's voice. Cross is a real adult, so he's very smart. Hi, Chess. Hi, Gucci. So you hated the stupid kid, Rosa. He was a very scary person. I was often hit, and my toys were taken from me and broken. I was apparently being punished for something bad I'd done, but I never really understood what it was, or why I was being punished. I was always punished suddenly, and then later told what the punishment was for, in a forced manner. But it was always something I didn't remember doing. So I really hated Cross. What a dick.
Rosa.
Rosa. Rosa. Why are you such an idiot? Oh, that's Eva's voice. Eva is a real adult, so she's very smart. So she hated the stupid kid, Rosa. She was always a very sly person, and she often lied to me, tricked me, bullied me, all the time. Apparently, I was stupid, and she said it was only natural for stupid people to be swindled by those smarter than them. So I wanted to become a wise person like Eva, and listen to what she said. But when I obeyed her, for some reason, someone always got really mad at me. So I really hated Eva. And Rudolph?
Rosa.
Rosa. Rosa. Why are you such an idiot? Oh, that's Rudolph. Rudolph really knows how to get things done. So he hated the stupid kid, Rosa. When Cross was around, he would be friendly with Cross. When Eva was around, he would be friendly with Eva. And when Cross wasn't around, he would be violent like Cross. And when Eva wasn't around, he would play dirty like Eva. Even though he was also bullied most of the time. When Cross and Eva weren't around, he gave me 2 people's worth of bullying. So I really hated Rudolph. I can't believe that most of them are dicks, though. Like, that family did not grow up to be, like, well-adjusted, nice people. Oh, but these were my memories from when I was a kid. It's common for unfair things to happen between kids. And you mustn't hold on to grudges for such things forever. With time, those memories get buried away, and forgetting them bit by bit is supposed to be part of growing up and becoming an adult. He does, but he also looks like a complete dick. Like... Fair enough, fair enough. So becoming an adult is the same as separating yourself from oldest memories. And because of that, no matter how much time passed, Rosa couldn't become an adult. Even though she had been blessed with a daughter called Maria and was called a mother, she didn't at all feel like she had become an adult. The witch pitied her for that, and she smiled, saying that she could heal that pain herself. Oh, can I heal you? It's possible, but not easy. I might rewind time and giving you a world where you have no older siblings. But that way, your memories of being hurt by your older siblings wouldn't remain. And in that sense, while you may call it a gift, you wouldn't be able to accept it. A person is only satisfied when their starvation is healed. But if you make it so they never starved in the first place, none of them will thank you. Just like there are no young people who give thanks for their daily gluttony. Understand? I think she's telling me something really complicated. In short, even if she makes it so I never have older siblings, that wouldn't remove my pain. Maybe that's what she's saying. Strictly speaking, that's not quite right. Healing isn't the same thing as removing pain. It's the pleasure we earn as compensation for withstanding pain. Therefore, removing the pain isn't healing. To know the joy of healing, you have to know the pain. Hi, Polopo! She said keep eating, yeah. Keep getting fatter, eat that shit. Which means you must know joy in order to compensate you for your pain. You should be proud of your past sufferings. After all, they are what makes it possible for you to know pleasure that those without pain will never experience. Those who experience this pleasure cannot help but pass on the same joy to others. Keko, keko. As they said earlier, right, Rosa did something for the witch, and clearly Rosa does not remember, but it must have been something small or something that the witch raised. Not something that the witch raised, but like something small that she doesn't remember. Like, you know, blame anyone other than Beatrice, because if you think about it, at no point in time, right, at no point in time, has Beatrice ever said that it could be, no, that Rosa ever said it could be Beatrice, right? It could have been something small like this, which is what set up a lot of deaths. For example, removing the keys from the servants, or separating the servants from the family, and then separating the family from the family. She did all of this by blaming people who aren't the witch. At no point in time has she ever acknowledged the witch, even. So like that could be a way in which she helped. Rosa fucked it all up. I think Rosa is, I mean, everyone fucked it all up so far. Natsui did it too. Natsui is a good person, but Natsui also fucked it up. But Natsui blamed it on the witch. That's the thing. Natsui blamed it on the witch all this time. Along with, no, she blamed it on 19th person and assumed there must have been an accomplice, but she didn't think that any of the people around her were murderers. And yet, I think because of that, people did not take her as seriously, right? They did not take Natsui as seriously as they took Rosa. So in Natsui's timeline, everyone died one by one because they all didn't really listen to her. Just like in the rest of her life, people were not listening to Natsui, even when she had a gun and was leading things. Even when she was at the center of the stage, people preferred to ignore her. When Rosa is at the center of the stage, she becomes a deeply demented, mad person from an inherent mistrust of literally everyone else caused by her childhood abuse, right? I think we're gonna see it further on into the game, right? We're gonna see maybe other characters, probably Eva, probably Rudolph or Kiri, or Cross, maybe a combination of them. We're gonna take the center stage, and we're gonna find out all their psychological trauma or abuse, right? Or the things they're going through are actually affecting the way they protect others. So like, I don't know, Kiri's gonna be the very cool, composed one. And like, I don't know who Rudolph is as a character. So far, we've not seen much of Rudolph. Where's Battler? We don't know. We don't know where Battler is so far. Right now, we're only focused on Rosa. When the witch snapped her fingers, even though the room was still filled with a mountain of gold and had already lost all semblance of reality, a fabulous tablecloth appeared on top of the table, and a wonderful meal was laid out, almost as though that was the opening of a banquet in a castle from some fairy tale. For an instant, Rosa truly did feel a pleasurable surprise at how fabulous it was. But at the same time, she felt a bit of anticlimax. After all, You don't think being bullied by her siblings could be wiped away by just one meal, no matter how delicious? Food is a source of many human pleasures. You simply must eat like a pig as long as you live. Get fatter. Yeah, Rosa, keep eating. If one meal isn't enough, then have as many as you want. Until the pain of your heart is healed, why not continue this gourmet banquet? Begin it, furniture. Oh. Oh, so she accepted the deal to be furniture. Oh, no, she's calling the furniture. Right, no, never mind. Wait, give me a second. Alright. As the witch clapped twice, there were suddenly 2 goat-head servants there, and they began to prepare the meal. Yeah, I thought she would turn Rosa into furniture, like I thought Rosa would accept that. From the beautiful dishes adorning the table, they efficiently took some food and began to pile it up on Rosa's plate. It really did look delicious, but Rosa's body still felt as heavy as lead, and there was no way she would be able to eat. Maybe they also understood that. The good-head servants tied a napkin around Rosa's collar and gallantly brought a glass of before-dinner alcohol to her mouth, still listening for her. She remembered an old servant who had once carried this porridge to her mouth when she was laid up with a high fever. I can't pronounce words. Fever. And I bet that's Kumasawa. She couldn't drink it well and it dripped down from her mouth, but she felt the fragrant sweetness spread throughout her mouth. It's a sweet aperitif of noble, rough German-made wine. A wine cocktail of white wine mixed with a crimson golden drop. If I had to give it a name, I'd call it a bloody cross. No fucking way! Look, you're just a golden drop of your brother's blood that was squeezed out of a compressor. Rosa coughed violently. And the bright red that stained her face made it look as though she had cooked the blood. You know a lot about black tea, so you should know what it means, right? Golden drop refers to the last drop in a drink. It is called the most precious drop in black tea. The golden drop of blood is the same. The last and most precious drop of blood squeezed out of a human. We squeeze it using that. As the witch snapped her fingers, a bright red veil that had been set up before something large was removed. The solemn and massive machine there was just like a coffin for a large-sized person, with many large bulb-like things stuck to it. And it looked like a sinister torture device. The Doohickey. True, gotcha. By its unnerving shape, she could tell that with a human strength, it could be used to tighten and compress something. And it seems that there were still some squeezed dregs remaining, because of the bright red remains that stained it. But you can't take more than 1 golden drops at once. No matter what kind of human you take it from, you can't get more than 1 drop. But I am a witch. Reviving a person is easy for me. When the witch snapped her fingers, the human compressor suddenly began to shake. Oh my god, she's offering Rosa to torture her brother and brother and sister for eternity. There's no way that she takes this, right? Imagine being bullied so bad in your childhood that you want your brother and sister to be tortured for eternity. We're not talking just once or twice, like it would get like once, right, until death. But for eternity? God damn, dude. It's a bit much. No, she could also hear a groan. It looked almost as though someone sleeping in that man-sized coffin had woken up and was now struggling to get out. But that was wrong. What was inside definitely had been squeezed dragged. Using her magic, the witch had once again revived the squeezed drag to where it had been before they were squeezed. Three good servants with muscular physiques approached the compressor and forcefully started tightening the large bulb. As they did, an unearthly moan came from inside the coffin. It was that thought she knew the owner of that voice. I hope you appreciate the mental picture, by the way. I hope you like it. It is fitting for cooking to be done in the kitchen. Enough, stand back. Do you understand how precious a golden drop is? To have it stained, this crimson requires that several dozen people's worth be squeezed. The witch definitely said that only one gold drop could be taken from a single human. And yet, she had dozens of people's worth of golden drops from a single human. Only a witch could do this. The golden witch Beatrice could kill a single human endlessly. Right, that's her power. That's what she's offering to do to Battler until Battler gives up. Right. In other words, before Beatrice, even death did not mean freedom. Do you need me to put it a different way? Have you forgotten the day this man hit you, when you saw the blood that ran into your mouth? That's right, remember that taste. Remember the taste of the tears that you spilled until you were dry. I believe this aperitif will be sufficient to heal that regrettable memory. Okay, cool. Once again, the goat-haired servant tilted a deep red glass against her mouth. Rosa tried resisting by closing her lips, but the deep red liquid was relentlessly poured into her mouth, which hung open with shock, and the inside of her mouth was filled with a ghastly sweetness. It definitely was a fragrant sweetness. The living blood of her brother, who had given her such hateful thoughts and made her stroke her pillows so many times, had been collected from his death, repeated dozens of times. How could this crimson-stained wine not be sweet? But Rosa tried to spit it out. Because of that, the deep red wine that spilled out of Rosa's mouth looked like just a blood stain. That face was great, yeah. I love the Beatrice face. Yeah, Brent Castle is in part 1. I think she's probably gonna come up again, because she's here to watch over the games as an interested party. Now that she knew that this ghastly substance wasn't a simple aperitif, Rosa couldn't help but feel uncomfortable about what would happen if this banquet continued. You think, Rosa? That is a double-tongue salad made from vegetables in season. On your 9th birthday, you made a wish that you someday get to shoot this to bits. This salad made from Eva's tongue. When Rosa heard the true nature of the pink-colored meat piled up in the salad, she had a sudden impulse to vomit her guts out. It's your choice, Slav. I won't stop you. Furthermore, the good servant stuck a fork in it and carried it to Rosa's mouth. I won't say any of these words. How does your double-tongued sister taste? It must be quite soft and enchanting, right? Cackle. It probably would be quite sweet, soft, and enchanting in her mouth. After all, Eva's lies were always sweet, and young Rosa had always listened to them. And, you might say, the stimulating pepper seasoning expressed the truth behind those lies well. If I put those options, it's because I don't mind doing them, but I will avoid saying them. As the tongue salad that kept being pushed into Rosa's mouth was covered with saliva, he spat it out. The good servants carefully returned it to the plate and carried it to Rosa's mouth over and over again. It goes without saying, but I made this salad liberally, using 5 of Eva's tongues. You can't get more than 1 tongue out of a person, but I can get them over and over. Cackle, cackle. As Rosa's tears dripped down, she resisted frantically. However, the only way she could resist was by refusing to swallow. Even if she didn't swallow it, The taste of the French dressing increasingly permeated Rosa's mouth. Does it not please you? Lots more. He passed by, wrapped in the skin of Rudolph's face. Soup with boiled brains, liver pate. And look forward to dessert. Cackle, cackle. It's not just your siblings, see? I have lavishly assembled all of those whom you have trusted, yet by whom you were betrayed. Why don't we continue this banquet for all eternity until you are all satisfied? For all eternity. You're happy, right? Show me a Rosa. Don't pretend you ain't it. I know that you're actually happy, okay? If you want to laugh, then do so. And if you won't feel better until you've heard a raw performance of your annoying old sibling screams, I'll let you hear them as much as you like. Fear not, your reluctance doesn't trouble me. It's just your personality, right? On the inside, you're actually so happy that your skin is crawling all over. And yet on the outside, you're merely pretending that all this causes you pain, yes? It's alright, here! There's no need to worry about honor, or your public image, or anything. We'll laugh as much as you want and shoot to bits. Isn't this the best banquet? I can't reach such intonation. His voice actor is so good. It's crazy. Please stop. Oh fuck. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to leave dessert as a surprise, but then you reveal it now anyways. It's Mario. It's Mario. Maybe that will be enough incentive for you to eat up the full course. You dessert is that beloved daughter that you had to keep pretending to love. I fucking knew it. Oh my god. I even baked Mario with apples. Doesn't that sound yummy? Once you eat this, you'll be released from everything. Freedom, you see? Freedom! And only Rosa will gain freedom as an individual person. Aren't you happy? You should be happy. Drool is hanging from your mouth. God. Beatrice is a bit upset. I think the volume of the game might be a bit too loud. Tell me, by the way. Maybe I'm too low. I don't know. So it's not that funny. I think it is. I think it really is. Dead Mario is pretty funny. How about you just let us read and let the VA do her shit? What's the point of streaming, man? Plus, the VAs don't. I would have done that if the VAs were in English, but they're in Japanese. Like. At this point, there's no point in reading if I do that. Let me lower the sound a bit. Here we go. Suddenly, a muscular goat cook was holding Maria under his arm. Maria gazed at Rosa with a face that was only slightly sad. Mama, was I a burden? You aren't a burden! As Rosa spat out the fowl that was continually being carried to her mouth, as she was covered with filth and saliva and blood, she resisted filthily and screamed. If you think I'm a burden, I don't mind if you eat me. After all, I'm always doing horrible things to you. Even when you bring a man over, I can't stay quiet. When I spend the night out with a man, I get lonely and unruly and make a mess of my room. When I go to search by myself, I get lost. The police pick me up and you're shamed. When you don't come home for several days, then I cry and have to be consoled by the neighbors. You're shamed. Because I'm like this. I'm a burden to Mama. Sorry for being born. So I'll become delicious oven baked apples for Mama's sake. And then maybe Mama will be happy I exist for the first time. Maybe she'll eat me and become delicious. Isn't it delicious? be choked up with tears of gratitude. Your daughter is saying this much for you, right? Oven baked apples and your beloved daughter make for the best dessert. You managed to raise such delicious ingredients. Aren't you the best mother? Sure, Mia Rosa. Oh my fucking eyes. Mama, thanks for everything. Bye bye. Wait! Maria, that's wrong! Stop it already! Stop it already! No! I didn't want something like this! Please stop! Please forgive me! No! Stop it already! Don't put it in my mouth! Right, so from what I am understanding, right? Essentially, he made a deal with the witch to heal her pain or something, right? To make her feel better. And Beatrice is doing so. But because she's a really evil witch, this is how she interpreted it. And so what she thought was going to be help, it's now torture for both her and her entire family. God damn, that is quite something. Banner is probably like out the window watching this happen. Genie type was shit, absolutely. Except like the genie is purposefully fucking it up, right? Like even if you formulate it perfectly well, the genie will still fuck it up. Give me a second. I'm back. She's purposely doing this. She did the same thing with Shannon. I think the only people she didn't do this with was Kinzo, because Kinzo was adept in occult arts, and you will be shut up. Was adept in occult arts and made sure that his wish was going to be 100%. Foolproof, and that the only thing he would give up would be at the end of his life, right? Which is what he did. And at the end of his life, now he gives up everything, but he knew this would happen. I mean, I think he knew that he would go to the Golden Land, and I don't think he knew that he would indirectly create Battler, who is going to make his wish like eternal torture. Essentially. Alright, BRB. Got a drink. But I don't know this yet. Like over here, I think it's like another plane of existence. They said this was purgatory, so maybe they're like beings of hell, purgatory that only exist when they're summoned, right, or something. Beatrice is supposed to become alive via the ceremony that happens on the Shiromia Island, right? The 18 Hills ceremony that seems to set up. But because Battler refuses her existence, it somehow prevents Beatrice from fully reviving, and the ceremony doesn't end. I think the reason for this has to be because of this. Because on the third twilight, oh, sorry, thank you, Spolopo. Because on the third twilight, those who remain shall praise my noble name. He didn't do that. Battler didn't do that, so the ceremony cannot be completed. I think that's what it is. Everyone else so far, I think no, in this time that was actually Rosa who didn't do that, but you know, you get what I mean. Actually, no. I don't understand the mechanics fully. I guess we're gonna delve into it later. Or maybe right now, who knows? Have you been satisfied with my hospitality? Then how have you accepted that I am a witch? Proclaim it! Ushirmiya Rosa accepts that Beatrice is a witch. Because she did not accept it during the ceremony. That's it! I accept it! Ushirmiya Rosa accepts that Beatrice is a witch! So give Maria back! Release me! I finally made you acknowledge it! The crafty battler has already surrendered, and I made Rosa, the fool who denied me even after being invited to the Golden Land, accept it! Perfect! It's perfect! I've accomplished my perfect victory! But come, bring Maria. Prepare a delicious oven roast for Rosa. I cannot say this with a bit. I cannot scream this. Looks delicious. Slice up your cow pits and make me a sandwich. What, that voice! Butler coming in! Oof! Eat that! And now I'm grabbing the back of the witch's head and smashed her face into the table. Holy shit, Butler! Hell yeah! And it did, the witch broke to pieces, turned into a cloud of gold butterflies and reforming into her body. A short distance away. Butler? You bastard! I thought you'd surrendered so far. That even your soul was furniture. The song is good, yeah. Me too. But while I was listening to that gross recipe, I started to get a little hungry. Now I feel like eating a whole roast a whole roast switch. And Maria, it's 10 years too early for you to talk about having someone eat you up. But in 10 years, you better say that to me. Promise. Butler. Don't say that. Butler. This is not the type of thing you say, Butler. Stop. Stop it, Butler. What did you mean by that, Butler? This line is fake. This line does not exist. This is a mistranslation? Really? It's a mistranslation? Oh no, never mind. Okay, I mean, yeah, I agree. It has to be one. Fucking Butler Groomer. Oh my god. The Groomler. Okay, continue. Okay. Promise! Butler! We're straight to pre-order. Shut the fuck up, Butler. Shut up. Butler! Sorry to keep you waiting, Aunt Rosa. I'd forgotten. This is a one-on-one fight between me and this woman. It's totally wrong for me to give in. Thanks to you hanging in there, I've gotten my will to fight back. It truly was the Epstein Island. This person, he gave up down to the depth of his soul and surrendered to me, didn't he? I see, he doesn't know when to give up. Just what I'd expect from your Ushurmiya's Kin's grandchild. So the chick of a phoenix is a phoenix after all. Oh, dashing. Oh, amusing. Oh. No, I get it. The way you win with this witch is by not giving up. Like, that takes tremendous will, which is what Kinzo had. And that's the reason why Kinzo actually got to make a wish out of her without it going wrong. Consider Battler to be a coward. I wouldn't say so, considering the previous episode. In the previous episode, he was being fucking bullied. Like, everything was clearly stacked up against him to make him believe into the witch. Beatrice was completely playing him. And the fact that he still bounced back from that is impressive. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have you any other way, Butler. Try to deny me, I'll completely and thoroughly smash you to bits. Let me make you surrender over and over again. I'll teach you. One was lick my shoe. It's a test of defeat over and over again. No problem. I'll teach you that I, Ushurmiya Battler, the man who can stand back up even after crawling through the mud. I've never been invisible in a fight. I've lost loads of times. But I'll definitely crawl through the mud and stand up again. And then I'll finish this. In man's fight, you lose until you accept defeat. No matter how much you get beat up. Don't fake him out just because you took a shot at me. I'll give you a good show, Beatrice. Yeah, no, I think he is. I think he's hot shit right there. Don't talk shit on my goat. Goatler, really? Just ignore that line about Maria, and apart from that, he's a goat. I accept your challenge, Ushurmiya Battler. Sure, begin preparations for the next game. While we're waiting, why don't you tell me all about it? There were a lot of closed rooms in this game. Using red, I've smashed to bits most of the methods, but you try to talk yourself out of them. As I said, I think the reason why, right before, it reminds you of Ace Attorney. I think it's they released that a bit after Ace Attorney, so that might be why. As I said, like, the reason why all of this is unsolvable is because it's centered all around one trick that she's used on loop because she knew that trick would be very, very hard to figure out. And because she had an accomplice in Rosa. Right? I do not know how Rosa helped, right? Because if I remember correctly, when she says that the parlor is the same, the key to the parlor itself is sealed away in the servant room. Does she mean that it starts locked? Because as far as we know, she could have left it unlocked on purpose, right? If she was an accomplice. And then again, there must be some trick that the person has that allows them to lock it from the inside or from the outside without having to be inside. And I've not fully figured it out myself. My best bet so far is having a sentient pet or monkey or something that hides inside the room. That is a silly thing. But if you assume that it's like a pet that does not count as a person, it could work. It could. What a very basic quibbles will you show me now? The lock to the chapel, the lock to Jessica's room, the lock to the servant room, the lock to Natsure's room, the lock to the parlor. Use your bizarre specialty. Delusions, rantings, daydreams. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Yeah, this is a line. Rantings, daydreams, and bluffs. Oh, slanted with ridiculous, incredible turns of events. They show me how you can thoroughly deny me. Can't see my wife. There. Will he say it? Like, will actually say the solution? I wonder. It's useless. It's all useless. Zen Damidaze. So he's not. Either he's not answering or we're not going to know it ourselves. We're not going to find out the answer ourselves. I cannot skip it, by the way. Yeah, I will. It's the witch tea party. That one is important. If that says the answer, then I want to think about it a bit more on stream, right? I want to come up with one last try at a solution, if it's going to give me the answer. Will it give me help to find out the answer, or will it just give the answer straight up? Or is it none of those? I think I would like to be spoiled on that. Holy shit, there's Yuri in this game. Google. I'm not Googling it. There's no fucking way I'm Googling it. No. It's just gonna tell me everything. I had developed this game. Wait, really? I missed it. God damn it. There's a blue panda that worked on it. But yeah, like... as I said, does it give hints to what happened in the game? Does it solve the game? Which is it? Does it solve the episode 2 or what? What do you mean Urshima Butler was played by someone that isn't? All yours is for now. Okay, I will. I'll just read it then. I don't know who Daisuke Ono is. I can't believe Urshima Butler is not actually Sharmia Butler. Thank God they gave a disclaimer at the start of episode 1 telling us that this did not actually happen. Because I wasn't certain. If you could spell it. You take the time, Slav. These credits are going to spend a lot of time. I still can't believe that Shannon is 16. Alright, later, Slav. I can see it. I don't know the other characters, but I do know Jotaro, and I can see them having the same voice actor. Yeah, that makes sense. Whoever Uara Sayaka is, they're a really good voice actress. Like, that's crazy good. It's gonna spoil a character that I do not know yet. Yeah, Lambda Delta, who the fuck is that? No, that's the Queen Witch or something. The voice actress for Beatrice. That's the one I'm talking about. Lambda Delta is a witch that is considered to be stronger than Beatrice. But Beatrice has a more fearsome power. Or something. It's in the Which Party one. Yeah, I know Read, but I'm just... There's nothing to do but talk about what I see on screen. Because I can't skip it. I pressed every key. I'm trying, I swear. Control, Alt. Down, left, up, right. Enter, backspace, escape, tab, caps, shift. Every single letter key. I put it in full screen for a second. I muted the game. Okay, nothing. That airs, let's call it. Who is that? Yes, sister. True. I have no idea who Ozen is, either. It's a fairy tale character. I do not watch fairy tale. I think I tried watching it, and I watched like until the first arc. And I got so bored that I stopped watching. But I was 14, so maybe my opinion will change now. Maybe. Like when you're 14, you're not really the best judge of character for a story. But from what I've seen, yeah, it seems like Goonslop. Slop, to be precise. With just like, you know, I've been considering like Bleach, but it really seems like Shonen Slop too. I don't know if I want to jump into such a series. Like I'm already catching, like I'm already reading actively One Piece. I don't need another series with a billion episodes either. I do not know those people. You've told me a lot of people that I do not know. I really wish we would like move on. Maybe left, right click, no. Middle click. Scroll up, scroll down. Up your nerve stages. I enjoy good media, not bad media. That's why I haven't played those yet. Anything I haven't played yet is bad. Because I don't know anything about it. That's how it works. That's how it works. I did! I'm pressing enter here. Do you hear this? Or backspace? Or space? Alt? Control? Nothing. Let's try shift again. No. Nothing. I can't keep this. It's not letting me skip, please. Let me out! Let me out! Please! You know what? Yeah, wait. Give me a second. Maybe it's too late. But where is it? $10.50 speed hack. Here we go. Saved. We're saved. We're saved. Thank you. Alright. Anyways, let's move on. And if it happens again, now I know that I can boot up cheat engine. Thank you for the tip, dude. Extremely appreciated. That's like a 10 minutes credit thing that you can't skip. It's fine, I'll just boot up cheat engine. Well then, you find that game enjoyable. A game that one-sided goes beyond riveting is boring. Yeah. No, that was extremely one-sided. Cackle. My, but you're as harsh as always. Considering how proud I was to have created the development so impactful that it might satisfy even the boredom-hating Lady Brincastle. This response was quite harsh. Well, I'll admit it was impactful. However, it was horrible as a fair game. Unless you make the conditions a bit more even. You're saying there's no way to win? Not even for Lady Brincastle? Heckle. I wonder what you mean by that, Beato. There's no need to try and fool me. I already know that you're no bystander. She said she would help Butler, but I don't remember how. Were you planning on hiding it? You're an outrageous person to come into someone else's territory from such great distance to work against them. Yeah, Base Castle, I'm already seeing it. You came to watch from the sidelines and probably to push strongly for my defeat. I've guessed right, haven't I? And if so? Cackle. Truly amusing. That I should be granted a chance to fight against Lady Brincastle, the strongest of witches. We defeated Lady Lambda Delta. It is truly a pleasure. A smile may be good, Brincastle. She did start a fight with a really strong person right now. Yes, I'm also pleased. I came all this way because I really wanted to see you, brimming with confidence, fall apart, and lose. What an honest person. Cackle. Even so, it would be a shame if the contest between me and the great Lady Brincastle was resolved without at least one observer. You called her here, didn't you? That kid. It's Erica, right? I've heard of her. Never mind. No, who is that? Lambda Delta! Oh, it's her! That's what she looks like? Who the fuck is this? Oh, I found you! I finally found you, Brincastle! How are you, Lambda? Looks like you've got lots of time too. I wonder if it's fate that the pair waits boredom should run into each other again. Stupid kid, don't you see, you only won against me because of a little luck and a problem of compatibility. After that, you became such a brag and now you're even picking a fight with Beatrice? Shouldn't you learn your place? Beatrice is strong, and she's even more brutal than I am. Just a bit. And by the way, don't go shortening people's names without their permission. They just left. You're dumb too, Beto. If this kid's in our game, she'll make a mess of everything. I certainly didn't just bring Lady Lambda Delta here to watch from the sidelines. Wait, give me a second. Let's read up on those. She's known for being exceptionally cruel, even among witches. Yeah, the Endless Witch. She loves bullying the weak and is capable of using trial and error endlessly to find the cruelest fate that can possibly be given. And she toys with her victims even further, by piling on one after another. This witch is extremely powerful. The word has it that she sometimes becomes obsessed with creating certain patterns, that at her means end up becoming her goals. Quite quick save type shit. Yeah, no, that is. What did you miss? You missed the Banquet of Witch starting. But like, the Tea Party of Witches. I got it wrong. Where does it that she sometimes becomes obsessed with creating certain patterns, so that means end up becoming her goals. Yeah, no, I will stop. Give me a second. That means that essentially she gets so stuck up on creating closed rooms that becomes a weakness, right? Which I think is what's happening here. with episode 2, she was so focused on using that one particular trick that she ended up creating a hole which could be blowing every single closed room if you just find that trick. Which I think doesn't only applies after the church killing, because the church killing got blown open very quick, and at that point she decided to just go all in on that one trick that was near impossible. Alright, let's move on. Burn Castle. The Witch of Miracles was lived for 1,000 years. Her vast power is capable of creating all kinds of miracles, but her heart has broken a bit as a result. Back when she was a human, Lambda Delta once imprisoned her within a cruel fate, toiling with her the whole time. As a result, it seems she's unable to abandon others who are caught within a similar fate. Like Battler. Theoretically, she's a witch with the greatest of powers, but in practice, this is no more realistic than folding a piece of paper 100 times so that it reaches the moon. Yet, she did fold it 100 times. Okay. Because she makes small miracles, right? She just makes small miracles constantly to the point where it leads to a win. I see. Wish, oh, the Wish of Certainty. So the Witch of Miracles does counter that. Was lived for 1,000 years. She embodies the idea that hard workers are rewarded, and is revered even by humans. But she is a witch. She does not stray far from the concept of humans. For that reason, her power as one worshipped by humans is incalculable. However, she's fickle about whose efforts she chooses to reward, and in many cases, she bestows a favor upon those who entertain her the most. Her humans, swift and terrifying power can make any witch surrender in an instant. However, she is often reckless, and Ben Castle was able to take full advantage of that. Yeah, 100 seemed a lot, like 2 exponent 100. It's quite a lot. That would be bigger than the universe, I assume, right? Because that 10 to... no. 2 exponent 10 is 10 exponent 3. So if you multiply 10 exponent 30? 10 exponent 30 is a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it. And I think that's so she will help Battler. And that's how it defeats the certainty, right? Anyways, let's move on. After informing me that you were betting against me, she said that she would bet against you. Oh, there's no execute here, right? No, there isn't. You can't execute them. You got a fire fit. That fit looks hideous. Like, Gucci, that fit looks hideous. I certainly didn't just bring Lady Lambda Delta here to watch from the sidelines. After informing me that you were betting against me, she said that she would bet against you. Why are they teleporting all over the place? Like, they keep teleporting. You're still holding a grudge, aren't you? Because I'm the strongest witch in the universe! But I lost to you, which means I'm now the strongest! This is literally Cerno. Can I ask somebody to make this fit for me? Not showing this pic. I stand for a pretty pink cute dress with a lot of dog shit accessories that look like candy. That face looks looks a bit peculiar, let's say. Also, yeah, this is literally Cerno. Any enemy of yours is my ally. Cackle, cackle. And there you have it. With the great Lady Burncastle as our opponent, it may not even count as a handicap, but it should make for good entertainment. Do as you like. Now that I've been exposed, allow me to get serious. Would be well. Going easy has never been written in my dictionary. Cackle, 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 cackle. You haven't fit. No idea what that is. Oldest fists were envisioned IRL before Umineko? Huh. Benina and Delta, let's just enjoy our precious time together. Yeah, I'll be counting on you, Lady Beatrice. I've been betrayed pretty bad by her too. Until the two of us smash her up and pay her back double, I won't be able to rest. I'll be counting on you, Lambda. I can't believe that Burn Castle is putting like all their hope into Battler, of all people. And you, Beata, no matter what we fight over, this will be a very significant battle for us all. That's right. Of course I don't plan on losing, but we gotta go beyond who wins and who loses. So, we hailed Bonham. The three witches giggled, cackled, and guffawed. That's right. I should thank you, Peter. It looks like I'll finally be able to escape my border. Do your best to entertain me. Along with Lambda Delta. Leave it to me. Cackle, cackle. If we're decided, Peter, then let's start a strategy meeting right now. I know all of this girl's weak points and I'll teach you all of them. And yeah, Lady Delta Delta, you were defeated by her. Cackle, cackle. I won't tell you, I won't tell you. Sim. Shouldn't have said that, Beatrice. It's never boring, the Lady Lambda Delta. Isn't she? Take care of her. She gets lonely easily. I see. So she's one of those that are popular these days. Unexpected from Lady Lambda Delta. What do you mean by those? Quite cutting edge. Cackle, 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 cackle. Go already. That kid's waiting for you to chase after her. Then if you excuse me. See you next game. Uno. Alright, when is Battler coming up? We have not seen Battler this entire time. Never mind, we saw him really quick. I'm sorry. That troublesome one came, but don't mind it. More importantly, things sure got ugly. I thought I experienced a very tragic end and end this game. But this one is exceptionally horrible. Don't say I don't understand why you're hugging your knees and closing up your heart. If you made a fate like that a few more times, it will take a lot less than 100 years to kill your heart. Yeah, that second game was quite violent. Bittersweet through me, so I'll confess. Yeah, not just like I was in the past, when I was imprisoned inside Lambda's world. Trapped inside the labyrinth of cruel fate, tormented by a witch, in a matter of speaking. I'm a witch who was born from there, so maybe I'm like an older sister to you. So I decided that I'll lend you my power. However, even compared to my fate, yours is truly brutal. Not only do I sympathize with you, I'm almost brought to tears by your tragic fate. My what? But please don't lose heart. Oh, fucking fate reference. But please don't lose heart. Please don't submit to Beta, no matter what. Certainly, that child's game is quite unfair. I've only been able to glimpse of the game board, but the unfair and clever devices set up on the stage are so disgusting that I imagine they far surpass those on Lambda Delta's game board. And what's even more frightening is that when that kid moves a piece, he doesn't always make the best possible move. This is where she's very different from Lambda. Lambda always uses an overpowering number of pieces to make the best possible move in order to win. But Vito sometimes intentionally goes easy on her opponents, but she moves her pieces. Since, when we're in trouble, we try to seek out our opponent's strategy by looking at their moves. This creates a very formidable amount of noise in our formation that might cause a troublesome amount of disorder. However, as in chess, though a player might be able to create some noise for their opponent with a useless move, they'll still miss out on the more valuable moves they avoided. In other words, it's not like your opportunities to take advantage of this are zero. Although you may not be able to believe it, that analogy holds true for this game as well. Even though those developments looked so overpowering, there actually was a weak point. A weak point that almost looks like she wanted you to take advantage of it. I don't know if it's a trap or if she's tasting that. Anyways, don't surrender. There actually was a weak point? Which? I didn't see it. It is not in red. But I do trust her advice considering she's on our side. Like, she's putting her reputation at stake here. And she's sharing her opinion on the game. I doubt she's lying. There must have been a weak point that I missed. As a red paranoia makes sense, but I don't think here it matters. Don't stop thinking. Don't deny any possibility. Which is everyone. I think witches are on people's side if, like, they're betting their life on them. Right? Like, here, Castle is betting her entire reputation on Battler. So I assume that she would, you know, help a Battler, like, properly and not lie to him. As long as you continue to hold the will to fight, Beetle will not win. Maybe she meant on a mistake made during the whole episode. Maybe she's talking about the parts where Battler blew a hole open with that key swap. Maybe she wants us to think that all of the game was a key swap. All of it boiled down to a key swap. But I don't think that's the case. I think that's too obvious, right? Because she failed once in that second episode. She failed with the chapel. She proved that she cannot, someone could have done the chapel thing. But to think everything else is a key swap, I don't think that's true. I don't think a key swap fixes everything. I'll have to think about it off stream. I will think about it off stream. What's the most important element in defense during a witch's battle? Rather than trying to win, try not to lose. If accepting her means you defeat, then you definitely must unaccept her. Making you accept witches, there is no longer any doubt that this is one of Beatrice's victory conditions. One of. Now that I have announced that I'm your ally, I too will make as great an effort as possible to lend you my power. Make an effort yourself as well. If you're still hugging your knees, quickly stand back up. In times like this, what did I used to say again? Go for it! Yay! Wait, what? No! What? There's no fucking way! There's no way! I got spoiled on Igarashi apparently! I got... Okay, sure! Okay, I did not expect that one, I will say. This is a sequel to Igarashi then. Huh. Alright. It's more complicated than that. We'll see. I'm planning to read Igarashi like later anyways. Probably not on stream, but I'm planning to read it. You don't need to read Igarashi. Yeah, but if I read Igarashi, I'm probably gonna have thoughts because of Umineko. Nipah! Nipah! I have no idea how to say it. Nipah! Wait. Nipah? Nipah? I don't fucking know. I suck at it. Wait, I'm posting a video of Nipah in shitpost. Alright, let's keep going. 5k rewards for Nipah. I could do that. I could actually do that. Wait, what? Let me see. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's awful. Alright, good to know. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's so embarrassing doing this. I've done this much for you, so quickly stand back up. Come on, butler. Ah, there you are. I wonder where Burn shrank up to. Giggle. Could she be any more lame? So, just like usual, the pieces Burn chooses are pretty shabby. It's the same with chess, right? If all your pieces were pawns, you'd have zero chance to win, right? If all of your pieces were rooks and bishops, you definitely wouldn't lose. Well, last time, right when I felt just a little pity and said she could start with her pieces anywhere she wanted. That idiot, Burn, without taking notice of my compassion, started with all of her pawns on my side of the board. Genius. Actual genius here. Yeah, looking Lambda unsettles me. It's terrifying, yeah. Alright, let's keep going. Also, iMac! What's up with that? That wasn't lots or anything. Just remember it makes me queasy. Because of that, I won't be able to rest until I see Burn's speechless face. And since you, Burn's piece, fucked up so bad, I'm feeling just great. Plus, she may not look it, but that girl really hates to lose. So I'll bet she's off somewhere grinding her teeth and crying her eyes out right now. Oh, totally lame, giggle. Ben Castle, Rika, and Yukimi, I have no idea what those people are. I'm not laughing with you. Fuck you. Wait a sec. Are you still hugging your knees? You're really like this just because Beto got a little serious? Could you be any more pathetic? You're so pathetic. I'll help you just a little bit. I, the great Lady Lambda Delta, the Witch of Certainty, and the strongest in the universe, will associate myself just a tiny bit with you, and your hopeless chances at winning. You should thank me. You know, Beatrice may really be a cruel and powerful witch, but she's no match for me. Why? Because she's soft. So she'll set up the board in a way that will let her win with just a few more moves. She'll intentionally avoid cornering you. She'll do things like take worthless pieces and place excess pieces on the board to make things more one-sided. That I am noting down. Like right now. Oh, it's the wrong one. Wait, give me a second. Wait, no, it is the right one. Where's my beat of truth? Oh, it's here. It's here. Never mind. It's right here. That's really important to feel. Does that mean does that mean that Beatrice herself, the 90th person, was useless? I want it at a bigger size. I think that's important. This could be big. This could mean big things. You're saying Beatrice is soft and fluffy? Cool. We love to hear that. Simply put, she's got the bad habit of playing around as soon as she thinks she's won. Almost all the various attacks that hurt you and Baron look like it's a waste and overkill to me. In other words, she's got a weakness, and you got a chance. See? She isn't an opponent to be afraid of, right? She sometimes mistakes her means for her ends, and she has too much dark fun. Sometimes, that even ends up creating and exposing her own weak points. For a super powerful witch like me, it's hard to understand why she's able to act so tough, when she lowers her own chances of winning. But, well, because of that, a witch like Byrne, who likes to thoroughly read her opponent, has a really bad affinity with her. Because reading her doesn't work. Maybe it's really easy for Byrne to read and handle a straightforward and honest type like me. Annoyingly enough. Still, a super firepower type like me can flat out beat up a light, wide-range barrage type like Beatrice. So it's kinda like a rock, paper, scissors. If I'm paper, Beto is rock, which means Byrne is scissors. Oh, yeah, fair. Well, maybe that doesn't matter. Even though my paper loses to Byrne scissors, if I was a sheet of super paper, which is way more awesome than normal paper, I could beat even scissors, right? I Lambda Delta 34. Well, welcome. I can't believe she's here in chat. There's no way. There's no way Lambda Delta is here. There's no fucking way. Holy shit. This is crazy. I can't believe she's here. Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. Things are really going. This Umineko game is really popping off now. I am super paper. Basically, Lady Nantaldata. I'm super paper. Amazing. It looks like you've regained a bit of your color. That Beto, she's having fun torturing some piece called Rosa. Thank you for the follow, Lambda Delta. No, it's Lambda Delta. No, I'm a moron. It is indeed Lambda Delta. I didn't expect you showing up like your videos. Who? I have no idea who. Alright. I mean, I guess I don't know them because I don't follow any Umineko content. I'm telling you, right? Whenever I finish episode 8, the first fucking thing I'm doing is looking up everything online about Umineko. Okay? Let me make it clear. The second I finish Umineko is the second I allow myself to go on Google and type Umineko. And that's gonna go crazy. That's gonna go viral. I have a YouTube channel called Lambda Delta. Ah, I see. Makes sense. At a glance, you'd think she has really nasty... I'm gonna keep reading. At a glance, you'd think she has really nasty taste, right? Wrong. She's just killing time, hoping that you can stand her back up and return. It's the move to fire up your righteous indignation by intentionally doing something detestable. Apparently, the Umineko fighting game is dog shit. Apparently. Oh man, I hate kids like that. Anyway, I'll head on back. Don't tell anyone about me helping you out just a little bit. I mean, it's not like I helped you because I wanted to save you, okay? Oh, she's Sunday. I see. He's the strongest witch in the universe, and my throne's stolen away when I lost to Byrne. So I'm gonna take that throne back from her. But if she loses to Beto here, then Beto will get the position of strongest next, right? Well, it's not like I'm complaining. It would be easier to steal the throne back from Beto. But then I wouldn't be satisfied, you see. I will defeat Byrne. And I'll take back my position as the strongest. It's not like I'm really helping you, okay? I forgive you if you make Burn cry. What the fuck is going on? Do you know my channel? I do not know your channel. Is it Umineko related? Because if it is, I'm not googling it. Okay, then I'm not googling it. I am avoiding any type of spoiler. Alright. I got the achievement. I have super paper. Good to know. We couldn't use cheat engineer. I will next time. Oh, we changed the scene. What is this place? That's not the manor, right? That's not the manor, right? That's okay. Okay, I take fair, I guess. I don't think I will be reading Umineko yet, at least a start. But there is a fan game that was sent to me yesterday of Umineko, which apparently does not have spoilers, which I am going to play because it kind of looked peak. Let's not lie to ourselves. Episode 2 finished. Yeah, fully. All right, so give me a second to capture the game. Okay. That is the game. That is the game right now. That is what we're gonna be playing. It's a fun game about the ending of episode 2. I don't know which one I should click. I'm guessing clicking story mode. I think it is. I think it is Doom, but you're Rosa. So fucking stupid. By now, the rose garden was a garden of both roses and gold. A gold-colored garden where gold butterflies, gold fairies, and gold lived during page and flew about wildly. We already read this. Run! Quickly! Grasped the gun and the blanket around the ingots. At his feet, Maria couldn't match. Sometimes posing to call out Maria to run faster. But she saw it every time. He saw the golden pursuers chasing them from the mansion. Umineko sounds better, yeah. The mass of gold butterflies were chasing after them like a massive crawling ant. And strange-looking shadows with gold heads were chasing after them. There was no need for her to stay in her eyes. Just those blazing pupils told her what would happen if she was captured. That's right. That's right, it's so weird. Mama, wait! Ow! Dumbass. Maya fell down, for just an instant was shamed by thoughts of abandoning her daughter and running away. But at the instant her feet struck ground, she ran back. That section was so good, by the way. That section was so fucking good. The goat that had sprinted over to get the first bite, grabbed hold of the back of Rosa's own child hair, and pulled up. And it's time for us to play then. Rosa ran into the goat head with her shoulder. Spun, bashed the back of her elbow into the goat's jaw, and buried her knees into its protruding chest. But she thrust the barrel of the gun inside the goat head's mouth as it doubled over from the pain in its gut. By laying one finger on Maya in front of me, so you just all look where the yell came from is. That line is amazing. That line is great. The blast from the Winchester's .45 caliber long cold bullet exploded inside the goat head's throat, and its medulla oblongata was instantly pulverized. The goat head had understood. It had thought women were like pre-opened wine bottles. It had thought that turning them upside down would immediately make the deep red contents come out. Maya had been released to Rosa. The pursuers were still coming. They could see the giant goat heads, who had given up pretending to be human, running towards them from across the bushes. And now, Rosa's filled several extra bullets, which had been... Wait, is the mechanic going that you... Is it going to be that you go back to Maya in order to reload? That would be peak. Oh, Maria picked him up. Maria, if Emma falls down, run! Go to the shore and swim, swim, swim! It's a place on this island where we can survive. Alright, when do we get to play? This is gonna work 4 times. Even though 4 shots really did hit the massive approaching goats in the chest, but didn't even flinch. You don't. The goats ran with violent vigor as though they had planned to crush Rosa and Maria with those massive bodies. I know you get to play at some point. Rosa grabs the blanket with the ingot in both hands. Wait, so that's our melee attack? Okay. We haven't even an ounce of fear of those strange-looking giants. It's to protect my daughter. I'll overcome even now. I'll show you this golden dream. That roar. The godheads roar. Terrible evil ingots, after picking up a fearsome centrifugal force at speed, slammed into the head of the godhead. Pulled the fountain pen from her pocket. She held it crooked. She placed it in her palm. In the gap between our middle finger and her ring finger. Alright. This like jade. Let's keep moving. It's just the end of that scene. More dynamic graphics? I hope so. I hope not. Good job. Alright. So the godhead pursuers increase in number. And us to get a random Maria. Wait, is it actually? It is. Wait, no, it is actually just a version of that scene. It actually is. But there's a survival mode coming. I think that's it. This is just like a 3D version of the scene. Right? Okay. It does look good, though. I do appreciate the visuals. Alright, and then... just keep text. Every voice lines at once. Yeah, okay. Survival mode, then. I can't... It's not letting me pick. I can't pick anything. Please. I can't... I have to close the game, I think. I have to close and reopen the game. And this time, let's do survival mode. Survival mode. Let's see what that does. Yeah, it is. Alright. Hold was to move, shift to run, press spacebar to jump. Middle click or press C. F to use weapon and C to switch. That's awful. Okay. Alright, it's time. Alright, always together. I can't control it. I can't control it. Give me a second. Here we go. Alright. Is this peak or what? Does this look like peak to you? I think this kind of looks like peak. Wait, where's Maria? Did I forget Maria? I think I forgot Maria. This is not working out that well, I will say. This is not that good. What the fuck is going on? So where is Maria? I guess Maria is with me, right? Wait. Do I... You can't kill them though. So I'm confused. Just... Oh! They go faster, okay. Give me the bar of gold, please. What the fuck is going on? I win! I win! I won! You can be really tough, I see. Okay. Okay, press shift to run. I forgot to run. Okay, come on, I can do this. If I run fast enough, I guess. Or they're just right behind me, aren't they? They are. Fuck. This is so fucking stupid. What? No, no, they're not here. Oh, it glows red when you're like aiming to their head. I see how it works. Of course, with Rosa over repeatedly. Yeah, that makes sense. I would do that. I would. I think you should just not. You should just ignore Maria and you would win, right? Why have you not thought of that? Oh, that was many goats at once. Okay, makes sense. I genuinely don't think you'd kill them though. Ow. I killed them there. Come on. Okay, can I aim through? I hit one. I think I left the bar of gold behind. I think that's the issue, right? Oh my god. What the fuck are you supposed to do that while spawning? Alright, listen, if Rosa did have to run this distance, right? I don't blame her for losing. I don't blame her for losing. No wonder she tripped. Yeah, no wonder. You know what? No wonder. Alright, should I start episode 3 today, or should I keep it for later? That's the big question. What do you guys think? I want to sleep, fair enough. How long do we have? I could keep going definitely, but typically I would stop in 40 minutes. Let me read. Okay, so yeah, okay. So standard, it starts by taking the easy road. Then difficulty level is extreme, right? And what this one? Quite surprised to see you still haven't surrendered. The Golden Witch has extremely high hopes for you. Have you figured out the structure of this world by now? You have no chance of victory unless you know the rules. Please enjoy your game with the witch to your heart's content. Difficulty level is equal for both you and the witch. Good to know. Okay. Good to know. A clean start in new stream sounds nice. Yeah, I agree. I do think I agree. I think this is good for the end. That was extreme. I'm thinking of it. I'm glad they didn't give the solution instantly though. I'm glad they didn't do that. That would have been upsetting. And I'm wondering now how it's gonna go. Okay. Well. It shall not be two open paint files at the same time. True! Wait. We're gonna start the new paint file, right? We're gonna start it? Alright, so first, let's make it clear. This is the ending of the episode 2 chart. You can see that the difficulty level is extreme compared to the previous one, just by the size alone, right? Just by the size alone. Like, come on. That was the episode. That was definitely an episode, for sure. So, we're gonna stop for today. Thank you everyone for coming. Give me a second to start the new chart. Give me a second. I'll post a chart on my Discord if for some reason you want to do something with them. Give me a second. Umineko chart. Episode 3 on the desktop. Here we go. I need to reopen the game because I forgot. I need to reopen it. I'm gonna start by adding the difficulty level is equal, and we're gonna see if that's true. All right. Start with this. All right. This is our start. This is what we're starting with. We're gonna upsize it to 200%. Please. Wait, I need to zoom in, otherwise I can't type. I can't write. Be true. Here we go. That's a good start, I think. That is a good start. And it's been saved. Perfect. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm gonna see you guys. I don't know when. Probably Wednesday? For more Umineko, and I'll figure out something to play tomorrow. Thanks everyone for coming. Bye bye. Here we go. God, that is just such a good game. I love it. I love Umineko. I'm a big Umineko fan now. Can't wait to be able to interact with other Umineko fans. Bye.